Okay, so I had a really good question in my DMs yesterday because someone was asking me which is the best preferred method of fasting, like how many hours or which one gives the best results and how do we go by it. And listen, obviously, the longer you fast, the better the results. But like I said in the last video about fasting is whenever you are very new to intermittent fasting, do not try to rush the process. And I totally encourage you to take your time. Do not try to rush the process because it's gonna benefit you in the long run. Everybody wants results tomorrow, which is cool. But I just don't want you to experience this crazy shock that now after this you might just feel a little hazy, you might feel like you're about to pass out, and then all of a sudden you don't even want to do intermittent fasting anymore. So if you're brand new to intermittent fasting, you've never done it before, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you start slowly. So I put how many phases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 phases. I always say if you are a beginner, start with 12-12 because 12-12 is a safe spot. I mean, part of this 12 hours is your sleep. So for those of you that sleep 8 hours, when you wake up, just hang in there for 4 more hours, then you can start your first meal. However, I always do recommend if you're doing 12-hour eating window, please try to stick to 3 meals. Do not try to go for 4. That kind of like defeats the purpose. So begin right here. Go for about maybe 1 week or 2. And then once you feel comfortable with 12-12, and I call this patience. If you're starting here, I'm proud of you because you understood the homework. Start easy. And then you wanna go to 14-10. 14-10 is more like now your excitement. That's what we call it. Excitement. Hopefully I spelled it right. This is the excitement phase where you feel like 12-12 is easy. So you're like, you know what, let me add 2 more hours to my fasting. So 14 hours of fasting, 10 hours of eating window. Now we're gonna go, once you master 14-10, then you can go to 16-8. This is where you are evolving. Now you're starting to get the hang of it. You are feeling it. Now, 16-8, give it, each one of these phases, I always say give it somewhere between 1 to 2 weeks. And then you can jump to the new phase, right? Now, 18-6, I'm gonna call this phase feeling myself. Feeling myself. 18-6, anything 18 hours and above, this is where you're really, really gonna be getting the best results. So if you wanted to know really the straight up answer to what's the best time for, what are the best phases for fasting, anything 18 hours and above, that's your sweet spot where you're gonna get some of the best results. And then once you master this, 20 hours of fasting, 4 hours eating window, which means it's like a meal and a half or just 1 meal a day. By the way, let me clarify this. 1 meal a day for someone that wants to lose weight, that's absolutely amazing. I encourage it. You are not gonna die. 1 meal a day is totally fine if you're doing intermittent fasting, as long as you are eating the right foods. And that will be another video that we will talk about what are the best foods to eat when you're doing intermittent fasting. But here we're just talking about the time frames. So the time frame, 20 hours fasting, this is go for gold. This is the winner. 20 hours of fasting, 20 hours of fasting and 4 hours of eating window. Now, my challenge to you is, if you really, really want to lose weight, if you want it that bad, I know some of you guys want results very quickly. You want it that bad, this is where you gotta be. 20 hours fast, 4 hours. And I mean, when I say fast, it's fasting. Don't say, ooh, a little snack in the middle. Hell no. You are not. If you're fasting, you are fasting. Water is your best friend. You know, we already talked about what to drink, what to consume when you're fasting. Water, black coffee, black tea, green tea. You know, nothing added, no cream, and none of that. Your body is just gonna be utilizing your body fat as fuel, and you're gonna start getting your body adapted. Your body's gonna become a fat burning machine. I will say this, please understand, whenever you start your fasting journey and you're going through week 1, week 2, week 3 even, and you don't see any changes to your scale or you don't see any changes to your circumference, do not panic. Do not panic, because sometimes it can take up to 6 weeks, even sometimes more, for your hormones to be adjusted to the new journey that you're putting them to. So sometimes your hormones are not very quickly reacting. Your hormones are gonna be like, what is this person doing, right? So do not lose faith if you go through like a month and a half and you still haven't seen results. You just never know how close you actually are. So stick to the fight, because by the time some people give up on week 6, and I'm like, how'd you give up on week 6? That was the sweet spot. Your hormones have just been adjusted. Now they are ready to start functioning according to how you want them to function. But people are stubborn, right? So 24. And the next thing I would say is, if you're that person that wants to really lose weight and you really want it that bad, the number one thing I gotta recommend to you is fuck your friends, okay? Oh, yes, this is gonna hit hard. Fuck your friends. Because you know why? If you have goals to achieve for yourself, if you want to feel good about yourself, the moment you follow, your friend's gonna hit you with that peer pressure. Oh, let's go drink, let's go drink, let's go drink. What do? You follow. We've all been there. I have been there. I know that. But let me tell you, the moment you wake up 2 months later, you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, ah, I hate this. The moment you see that and you hate it, your friends are not gonna do anything to make you feel better. They're just gonna come, oh girl, you look good. Yo, my man, no man, don't worry about it, man. You only live once. Fuck that. You have a goal to achieve, do this. And don't negotiate with yourself nor with your friends. Just shoot for the goal that you want to achieve. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it takes a year to achieve a goal that's gonna make you enjoy the rest of your life. Which means if you accomplish this goal to where you are at your fittest, don't stop. Fitness, there's no graduation to fitness. There's no graduation to intermittent fasting. You have to learn how to make this a lifestyle, so you don't graduate from it. You're gonna live through it till you die. Because guess what? It has so many other benefits outside from you losing weight. It's gonna help your brain function better. It's gonna help your heart function better. Like, it's gonna help a lot of things function better. So I would say stick to the guns. If your friends are trying to peer pressure you to go out drinking, say hell to the no. I have a goal to achieve. And you know what's funny? When that year is over and you got that banging ass body, your friend's gonna look at you like, how do you do it? Remember that. So 20 to the forward. Oh, if you ever want to try a 24-hour fasting, you have to master this to the core. Okay, once you master this, then we can talk about 24-hour fasting, but that's another day. Welcome to fasting. Go get it.